Vikings, welcome to this year's 2021-2022 course selection video. This video, as well as a course selection slide presentation, will be resources for you when you go to choose your electives for next school year. My name is Donna Gentry, and I'm one of 8 counselors here at Valley. The purpose of this video is to inform you not just who your counselor is, but the alpha breakdown. Each counselor is assigned students by their last name. We're going to also tell you how to contact your counselor, that counselor's contact information. We're going to talk about an academic plan or your course plan and how that leads to the different diploma types that we offer here at Valley. We're going to talk a little bit about your GPA or your grade point average. We're going to talk about college admissions requirements, in-state versus out-of-state. We're going to talk to you a little bit about the Millennium Scholarship. We're also going to discuss how to fill out your FAFSA. That's normally for seniors who are going beyond, once they graduate from high school, going beyond and attending a college or university. If you're a student athlete, we're going to discuss the NCAA academic eligibility requirements and how to complete a clearinghouse application. We're going to talk about the registration dates, when you should complete your Google form for your course selections. Course selections will be Google form only. There are no paper hard copies being collected. Okay, we're going to cover your required classes that you need to take, what core classes are, and then of course the elective choices that you will have for 2021-2022 school year. We will have some additional information at the end of the video. A important resource page with links and easier access on how to get to that important information. We'll have also hopefully a link to our course catalog, and we'll discuss just briefly our schedule change policy and if you are interested in attending summer school. I think I'm going to transfer you on to Mr. Beeson. He's one of our other counselors, and he's going to introduce our whole counseling team.
Good afternoon, Valley Vikings. My name is Mr. Beeson, and I'm a counselor at Valley High. I'm your counselor if your last name begins with the letters A through B. If your last name begins with the letters C through D, your counselor is Ms. Ellis. If your last name begins with the letters E through G, your counselor is Ms. Duran. If your last name begins with the letters H through L, your counselor is Mr. Tomeo. If your last name begins with the letter M, your counselor is Ms. Gentry. If your last name begins with the letter N through RA, your counselor is Ms. Adante. If your last name begins with RE through S, your counselor is Ms. Vargas. And if your last name begins with the letters T through Z, your counselor is Ms. Williams. Now, if you have 2 last names, use your first last name to figure out which counselor is assigned to you. Let's talk a little bit about how to get a hold or contact us. Here is all of our email addresses. Emailing our counselor is the fastest, easiest, most efficient way to get a hold or contact us, as we are checking our emails constantly throughout the workday. Again, if your last name is A through B, I'm your counselor, and here's my email address, and the rest of the counselors are listed as follows. Diploma types. So we offer several diploma types at Valley High. There's an advanced honors, which you have to earn 24 credits to receive. A college and career ready, which you have to earn 24 credits to receive. An advanced diploma worth 24 credits. And a standard diploma, 23 credits. Now there is an IB diploma as well, because we are an IB school, and we have an IB magnet program. This degree is not issued by CCSD. Let's talk a little bit about those specifics. So over the course of your 4-year career, if you do enter the IB program, There are 6 IB exams. 3 must be taken at a high level and 3 must be taken at a standard level. High-level classes are spread out over 2 years. Everyone tests high level in English and history, and you can choose whether you want to test science, math, or foreign language for your other high-level exam. The IB exams are English, history, math, science, an IB elective, and foreign language. The IB diploma is earned by combining the exam scores, the internal assessment scores, a possible 3 additional points from theory of knowledge, which you would take your senior year, and the extended essay, and meeting the CAS requirements for a total of at least 24 points. Students will be notified over the summer if you receive an IB diploma, and colleges will award credit on IB exam scores and or receiving the IB diploma. That's going to vary depending on the college requirements. Now, the rest of the degrees issued by CCSD, the standard diploma, you'll need to earn 4 English credits, 3 math credits, 2 science credits, 2 PE credits, a world history credit, usually taken your sophomore year, a U.S. history credit, usually taken your junior year, a government credit, U.S. government credit, usually taken your senior year, half a credit of PE, half credit of computers, half a credit of health, 6 elective credits, a college career credit, 2 credits of that. No foreign language is required, and there is no GPA requirement. For a total of 23 credits earned over your 4-year high school career. Now that's going to vary a little bit from the college and career ready. Notice that there's an asterisk up there, so that means there are other than just the credits, there are other specific requirements needed to be fulfilled for you to earn this degree. But let's just talk about the credits. 4 credits of English, 4 credits of math, 3 credits of science, 2 credits of PE, 1 credit of world history, 1 credit of U.S. history, 1 credit of U.S. government, a half credit of computers, half credit of health, 6 elective credits, 1 credit of humanities, no college career course, 1 foreign language, which needs to be an honors class, and then there is a GPA requirement of 3.25, and the minimum number of credits earned will need to be 24. Okay. So the advanced diploma here, again, 24 credits need to be a minimum of 24 credits need to be earned over the course of your 4-year high school career. 4 credits of English, 4 credits of math, 3 credits of science, 2 credits of PE, 1 credit of world history, 1 credit of U.S. history, 1 credit of U.S. government, a half credit of computers, a half credit of health, 6 credits of electives, 1 humanities credit, no college career, no foreign language, but there is a requirement for GPA, minimum of 3.25, unweighted. And what unweighted means is that it's not an honors AP or IB. Those classes are weighted differently than, just say, English 9, 10, 11, or 12. For your advanced honors diploma, again, you'll need to earn 24 credits over the course of your 4-year high school career. 4 credits in English, 3 of which need to be honors, AP or IB. 4 credits of math, 2 of which need to be honors, AP or IB. 3 credits of science, 2 of which need to be honors, AP or IB. 2 credits of PE. Again, your 3 credits of social studies, world history, U.S. history, and U.S. government. 2 of those 3 need to be honors, AP or IB. Half credit of health and computers. 5 elective credits, 2 of which need to be honors, AP or IB. 1 humanities credit, no college and career credit is required. An honors foreign language. And a requirement GPA of 3.25 unweighted or a 3.85 weighted. And what that means is that's going to take the weight of your honors AP or IB class in. And let me give you an example. Let's say English 9 is weighted at 1.0. For example, honors class might be weighted at 1.1. And so that's where that weighted versus unweighted comes in.
Hello, Vikings. All right, it's Miss Gentry again. And if your last name begins with an M, then I will be your counselor next school year. Okay, the next topic I want to discuss with you. All right, so you learned about your how many credits it's going to take to graduate, and you learned about the different diploma types. Now I want to talk to you about your GPA or your grade point average. The slide shows a very basic, without any weighted GPAs. This shows the very basic on how to calculate your grade point average, okay? But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about unweighted and weighted. So unweighted GPA, it takes into consideration all of your classes, and of course averages it over the time span that you're in high school. So from your freshman year until your senior year, okay? Your weighted grade point average, because you're going to have 2 on your transcript, your weighted grade point average basically takes into consideration the harder, the more rigorous classes, which is your dual credit classes, your honors classes, and then your AP or your advanced placement classes. Okay, so when you go to look at your transcript, you're going to see that you have an unweighted GPA and that you have a weighted GPA. What's on the slide here is just your basic unweighted GPA, how to calculate that. So as you go through school, you get grades assigned to you after you take a class. And if you get an A, it's 4 points. If you get a B, it's 3 points. If you get a C, it's 2 points. If you get a D, it's 1 point. And of course, if you get a 0, you get 0 points. You don't get anything. Okay, so you're going to add up all these points and you're going to divide by the total of classes that you took. Include if you failed a class, you have to include that class. You divide it by that number, and then that will give you your grade point average. You can do that over a semester, you can do that over a year, you can do that over 3 years, or you can be like me, don't calculate it at all, go to Infinite Campus, look under documents or reports, and you'll be able to find your transcript, and it'll have on your transcript your grade point average. Okay, so when you enter into high school and you're a freshman, your counselors work on your academic 4-year plan or your course plan. We call it either one, okay? It begins your 9th grade year. You can see it. In fact, you should be working in on it at times. You should get your parents involved, have your parents look at your 4-year plan. And then, of course, teachers do their teacher recommendations for the core classes, the English, the math, the science, the history. So if you're in a regular class and your teacher's like, look, this is really too easy for this student, I'm going to recommend them for an honors class or a higher placement class. Teachers do that. And then counselors, we're the very last to look at your course plan, make sure that you are in the correct classes that you pick, that your parents approve, that your teachers recommend. We make sure that that gets on your class schedule. So when you get a class schedule from us to start the school year, everything matches, everything is right. Okay, and then of course, your course plan is based on your program area. So if you're an IB student, you know, your course plan will include the IB classes and the IB electives. Same for magnet. Same for CTE. CTE, I'm not sure if it was explained yet in previous slides, but I think we're still going to get to it. Okay, so it's coming. It's later on. And the same as with honors courses. If you're in honors courses, you usually, depending of course on your final grades, you either stay in those honor courses, or if you don't do well in a class, if you fail, then we do have to move you down. Okay, this plan drives your course plan, if you're in a magnet, an IB, CTE, honors, or AP, that kind of drives your course plan, again, depending on how you're doing, if you're struggling, or, you know, if you're being successful, then of course you're going to stay in it. And then this does align a little bit with your diploma type. So if you know you want to get an advanced honors diploma, then you're going to have to take AP honors advanced classes to meet the requirements to earn that advanced honors diploma. Okay, And then if you do move or switch schools, this course plan, if you go to another CCSD school, this will follow you to that school. Or if you are transferring from another school, that plan that they had you on will transfer here. And then, of course, we make adjustments with those classes or those plans that you're in or those programs that you're in. And if you do go out of state or out of district, it won't follow you. You'll have to start. If you move and then come back, we'll have to start over again and adjust the plan accordingly. All right, I think Miss Adante is up next, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about post-high school goals.
Hi, returning students. This is Mrs. Adante. I'm one of the counselors, and I'm also one of the college and scholarship counselors. So while you're thinking about what classes that you want to pick for next year, I'm going to give you a little some information about colleges both in the state of Nevada and out of state. So the first college I want to talk about is CSN, College of Southern Nevada. It's a 2-year community college, and CSN offers over 270 associate's degrees, which is a 2-year degree, or certificate programs. And the certificate programs they offer are in more like technical fields like heating and air conditioning, welding, like auto mechanics, something like that. They're associate's degrees. You can get an associate's degree in a lot of different areas. You can get associates in culinary or nursing, or again, you can get an associate's degree in like heating and air conditioning or construction. You can also get an associate's degree in, say, business or education, and then you can go on and get your four-year degree from a school like Nevada State College or UNLV. So again, CSN is a 2-year college, which you can either complete your 2-year degree there and be done, or you can continue on to a 4-year college to get a bachelor's degree. CSN is the most affordable college in the Las Vegas area. You're going to pay about $3,300 per year to go for full-time to CSN. The admission requirements, you do need a high school diploma, but you don't need a certain GPA to go to CSN. The next school is Nevada State College, and it's located in Henderson, kind of on the south side of Henderson. Nevada State is a 4-year college, which means they offer a bachelor's degree. They have over 30 bachelor's degree programs. They are very well known right now if you want to get into education, if you want to be a teacher, either elementary or secondary, or if you want to get into nursing. Nevada State College actually has the best nursing program right now in the state of Nevada, and it's a 4-year degree. In order to be accepted to Nevada State College, you need to have a 2.5 GPA, and the cost of attendance is about $5,200 a year if you're going full time. But if you're interested in teaching or nursing in particular, Nevada State would be a really good choice for you. The next school I'm going to talk about is UNLV, or University of Nevada, Las Vegas. It's very close to Valley. We have a lot of students who attend UNLV. I think for one of the reasons it is so close by. UNLV offers over 80 bachelor's degree programs, and if you are in AOHT, they have one of the best hotel hospitality programs in the entire world, because Why is that? Because in your backyard, you have the Las Vegas Strip, which is one of the best entertainment venues in the entire world. So UNLV has excellent business programs, hospitality, education. They have a great law school for if you want to eventually become a lawyer or attorney or work in the legal field. They have all different science majors, math majors, public relations, journalism, just about anything that you are looking for, you could graduate from UNLV with that degree. They also have a medical school if you are thinking about going into like a pre-med field. Admission requirements, because it is a state university, are going to be higher than either CSN or Nevada State College. You need to have a 3.0 core GPA. And a core GPA just takes into account your core subjects, which are English, math, social studies, and science. And when you look at your transcript, you'll see up by your GPA something that says NSHE, N-S-H-E, NSHE core GPA. And that's the GPA that will determine whether you have the GPA needed to attend UNLV. So you either need the 3.0 core or you need a 22 composite score on your ACT. Now, juniors, I know you just took the ACT a couple of days ago. When we get the results back, probably sometime during the summer, you'll want to check to see what your composite score was, because even if you don't have that 3.0 core GPA, you can be admitted to UNLV based on a 22 composite ACT score. Also, you can get into UNLV with an advanced diploma or an advanced honors diploma. You do have to have 3 years of math and 3 years of science in order to be admitted to UNLV. The cost of UNLV, because it is a state university, is going to be a little bit higher. It's going to be about $8,600 per year for full-time enrollment. But the good thing about UNLV is that most of our kids who attend there, they do live at home. So you wouldn't have to actually pay to live on campus. And the last in-state school that I wanted to talk about is University of Nevada, Reno, or UNR, which is up in Reno. It is part of the NSHE, the state, the Nevada System of Higher Education. UNR offers over 90 bachelor's degree programs. They have an excellent journalism school. And again, I've had a lot of students go into nursing or like a pre-med field at UNR. They have the exact same admission requirements as UNLV because it's the same type of school. It's a state university. A 3.0 core GPA, a 22 on your ACT, or an advanced honors diploma. UNR has a beautiful campus, and when we have UNR come for either an in-person visit for juniors or a virtual visit for juniors, they will talk more about something called Nevada Bound Trip, which is where you get the opportunity to take a day and fly up to the campus at UNR, and you get to take a tour. You get to, meet people from different departments and see what you might like to major in. And I think it costs about $80 or $90, which includes the flight up and then transportation to the campus, and you get to have lunch at one of the dorms at the dining hall. So it's really a fun trip. They also do have fee waivers for that Nevada Bound trip if you have a 26 composite score on your ACT. So again, When we get those scores back, make sure you check your score to see if you're available to, or if you meet the criteria to be able to fly up on the Nevada bound trip for free. It's a lot of fun. The tuition is about the same as UNLV, about a little over $8,000 a year for full-time enrollment. The big thing, though, you have to consider when you're going to UNR, unless you have family or friends or other people that you know up in that area, you're going to have to pay to either live on campus or live very close by. So if you choose to live in a dorm on the UNR campus, it will add a little bit over $10,000 more per year on your tuition, room and board, and fees to go to UNR for a year. So if you live at home and you go to UNLV, it'll be about $8,600 per year. If you go to UNR, you will have to add about $10,000 more onto that cost. So about, say, $18,000 per year to go to UNR. Out-of-state public universities, which UNLV and UNR are considered public universities because they're associated with the state, they will range in price from low $30,000 per year up to close to $50,000 to $60,000 per year. The reason why it would be so much more expensive for a student from Nevada to go to, say, a UC school, say UCLA or UC Berkeley or something like that, is because they will charge out-of-state tuition for any students who are not coming from within one of anyone from their state. So just like UNLV and UNR will charge kids from like California or Utah or Arizona more money than you would pay, you would have to pay more to go to a school that is not a public school that is not in Nevada. So some financial aid is given to out-of-state schools, or to out-of-state students, but for the most part, they save all the financial aid for students coming from their own state. So I just added a few schools. We have some kids who are very interested in the UC schools. They would be about $44,000 per year, and that's on the low side. University of Arizona is about $35,000, and up to, I added University of Michigan, which is about $53,000 per year. So that's something there are great public universities out of state. However, you do want to look at the cost because they don't provide as much financial aid for students who are not coming from their own state. If you're looking at private colleges out of state, they also can have a huge range in cost. However, sometimes the private schools will offer more financial aid, and there are many schools that will meet your full demonstrated financial need of the student. So if you meet all of the criteria to be accepted to that school, based on your financial situation, you may end up getting an award which covers your full unmet need. So you may be able to go to an out-of-state private college for not a lot of money. But again, you have to check their admission requirements. Most universities have waived testing requirements because of COVID-19. But we fully expect that when the pandemic gets a little bit more under control, that they will bring back those admission requirements. So some of the schools that a lot of our students have attended in the past have been Chapman in California, USC, Pomona, and Georgetown University in DC. And if you look at the prices, they're kind of a lot. But again, you can go on their website and see what aid packages they might be able to give you based on your GPA, your test scores, and your financial situation. When it comes to looking for money, though, to pay for college, the Nevada Millennium Scholarship is outstanding. It's an outstanding program for kids who decide to stay in state for college. So this scholarship is available if you go to any NCHE institution, which again is going to be like CSN, Nevada State, UNLV, or UNR. Those are the ones that our kids mostly go to. The Millennium will give you up to $10,000 to use towards your tuition over a total of 6 years. So what that roughly will come down to, if you finish college in 4 years, about $2,500 per year that you would get as part of the Millennium Scholarship. So what you have to do to receive the Millennium is that you need to end your senior year with a final GPA of a 3.25 or higher. So that's going to be weighted or unweighted. Your weighted GPA will be higher, so you can just look, do I have a 3.25 weighted GPA or higher? If you don't have that 3.25 GPA, say it's a little bit lower than that, you can also earn the Millennium Scholarship by getting a 21 composite on your ACT. So again, doing well on your ACT is very, very important. So a 3.25 weighted GPA at the end of your senior year, or a 21 composite score on your ACT. And if you get that 21 on your ACT, say you have a 3.2 GPA right now, and then you get a 21 on your ACT, and say your grades drop even a little bit lower, say 3.1, it's okay. You still have that 21 on your ACT. You can't lose the Millennium because you have the 21 on your ACT. So a couple other requirements. You must have 4 full years of math, so 4 credits of math, including Algebra 2 or higher. And you must have 3 credits, 3 full years of science, which includes biology. You must have been a resident of Nevada for at least 2 years of high school. So we've had some students be in Nevada for their freshman year, and then they move out of state, and then they come back and they do their senior year. As long as you have 2 years, it doesn't have to be sequential. As long as you have 2 years of high school in Nevada, you will qualify for the Millennium Scholarship. You don't have to apply. At the end of your senior year, over the summer, you will be notified. You will get a letter in the mail, and you will accept your award online. You have up to 6 years to use your Millennium Scholarship. So we recommend that kids, even if you think you're definitely going out of state to school and you've signed up and you're ready to go to University of Arizona, please accept the Millennium anyway, because you never know, some circumstances happen in life. You may have to come back to Nevada. It's nice to know that you have $10,000 to pay for your college. So again, this is a great opportunity. Make sure that you are on track for grade-wise, or check your ACT scores when we have them, when we get those back, to make sure you are on track. If you are on track with the GPA or even the ACT score, you also have to make sure that you have 4 years of math, including Algebra 2 or higher, and 3 years of science, including biology. So if you are missing a credit or half a credit of math or science, make sure you touch base with your counselor to get you put in a credit retrieval so you can make that class up. Well, once you're in college, you do need to maintain a certain GPA to maintain the millennium while you're in college. You can lose it one time and earn it back. But after that, once you've lost it, it's gone. So I believe you do need to have a 2.6 GPA in college in order to maintain the Millennium Scholarship. Another way to get money for college is through something called the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid, or we just say the FAFSA, and that's probably what you'll hear people talking about it, or you'll hear it in your classes. This is something that you will fill out as a senior, and you will fill out every year that you are in college and you're applying for financial aid. Most colleges require that you fill out the FAFSA before any type of financial aid or scholarship money would be given, that they need to have that on file. So once again, that is something that you do when you are a senior. It opens up, the application opens up on October 1st. And hopefully next year we will be back on campus and we will be able to have FAFSA workshops where you can come in and sit with us and we can help you walk through the process. So what you will need, just so that you're thinking about it, and again, you can't apply for it now, you have to wait until you're a senior. You need to have a social security number. So student does need to have a social security number, but parents do not. So as long as the student has a social security number, you can get federal financial aid, even if your parent does not. For students that do not have social security numbers, most colleges have something called an alternative needs form, which lets you apply for state or institutional aid. That means it's coming directly from the school. So either state or internal aid for students who are either undocumented or going through the DACA process. So those students cannot fill out the FAFSA. Students with social security numbers only can receive federal student aid. So you will need a social security number, and you will need your parents' tax information for the preceding year. So for when you fill this out for the juniors currently who will be filling this out as seniors, you will need your parents' 2020 tax return. And then another step that you will have to do to be able to apply for FAFSA is something that's called creating your FSA ID. And what that is your electronic signature. So this is something that you can do as a junior, or you can do it right before you fill out your FAFSA at the beginning of your senior year. So again, FSA ID is your electronic signature, and you do need to have a social security number to be able to ask for an FSA ID. I've included some YouTube links there at the bottom that gives you like a little tutorial as to how to create an FSA ID. But at the beginning of your senior year is when you will really start looking into all the different financial aid possibilities. So any questions about college or financial aid process, you can reach out to me or your counselor, and hope you have a great year.
Here we go. Now we're going to talk to you a little bit about NCAA academic eligibility requirements. This is for student athletes, okay? First thing is you're going to go to the NCAA Academic Eligibility Center, but to see and to register, okay? And we'll give you on the resource page at the end of this slide, at the end of this presentation, we'll give you that email address, okay? But you don't do this, if you're a student athlete, you don't do this until about your middle of your junior year, before your senior year, but definitely not until the middle or end of your junior year, okay? But if you're a student athlete and you want to go play ball, Division I or Division II, these are the requirements. I'm going to go over them quickly. You need to graduate from high school, complete a minimum 16 core courses, earn a minimum required GPA, whichever that institution says, meet those requirements, earn qualifying test scores on the ACT or the ACT or the SAT, and then request certification from the NCAA Eligibility Center. That's for Division I or Division II. Division I, there's some additional information. You have to earn at least a 2.3 grade point average in those in your core classes. Again, your core classes is your English, your math, your science, your history. You have to meet the increased sliding scale standard SAT score. What that means is if your GPA, if you have a certain GPA, the lower your GPA is, the higher your score has to be on the SAT. If you have a really high GPA, then you don't have to have as high of a score, then that'll come down a little bit and that requirement of the score will be a little bit lower. So again, you'll have to look at that college or university. And then you have to complete 10 of 16 total required core courses before second semester of your senior year, which is your 7th semester in high school. Okay, it's a lot. It's not a lot. The information is a lot. There's a lot of information being thrown at you right now. And then if you want to go D3 to a D3 college or university, they have their own admission standards. You just have to check with that university.
Hi, I'm Ms. Duran. If your last name starts with E, F, or G, then I have been your counselor this year. Next, we're going to talk about CTE or Career Technical Education programs. To get the standard diploma in the state of Nevada, you have to have 2 credits in a college or career course. So at Valley High School, we have 5 CTE programs that will fulfill this. So you have to take 2, a second and a third year in the same program to earn those 2 credits that are required for a standard diploma. So the 5 programs we have are business marketing, which is a program that teaches you everything you need to know about how to start your own business, how to run a business, how to work in the business field, advertising, everything related to that. The second program is forensic science. That's kind of like the crime scene shows that you see on TV. It shows you what the police and the private investigators and the FBI and all those people do to investigate different types of crimes or even accidents. It could be fire investigation, car accidents, things like that as well. The third program, hospitality and tourism, which is huge here in Las Vegas. That's all things related to tourism, which is travel, vacations. So that's hotels, airlines, travel agencies, restaurants. Hospitality includes that as well. So that's all those different service industries, and those are also jobs that are all over the world. Next is teaching and training. And that's not just how to be a teacher. That's how to do any job where you will have to present and teach other people. So that could be a teacher, a college professor, something like that. It could also be a sports coach or working in the corporate world in businesses where you're training other employees. So it's anything where you need to learn to present and help others. Last is theater tech, which is huge in Las Vegas as well. This is everything related to live performances that is behind the scenes. So that's the people that run the lights and the sound for a stage show or in a studio for a rapper, or they're the people that create the set and the stage for the Cirque du Soleil shows or Broadway shows. It's basically everyone and everything related to live performances besides the performers themselves. So you have to get the second and third year in this program to get the 2 credits you need for a standard diploma. But you can also earn up to 3 college credits in these courses. The way that works is you take an exam at the end of your program, and if you pass it and pass the classes with the B average, you can earn up to 3 credits for college. Also, you can earn a certificate in that field that can help you to get a job right after high school without college. Next, AP or advanced placement courses. So for the Advanced Honors Diploma, you just learned that you have to have 12 credits in an advanced course, which is AP, IB, or honors level. So these are the AP courses that we offer here at Valley. They're in each subject, in each core subject area, and you take them, you earn your normal high school credit, and they are more advanced, so they're harder, more difficult, more work. But at the end, when you take the exam, if you earn a score of a 3 or higher, then you can earn college credits in those subjects as well. IB is similar for the International Baccalaureate program. However, you don't have to be in that magnet program to take some of these classes. So again, these are classes that count towards the 12 AP honors or IB courses that you would need for the Advanced Honors Diploma. At the end of the course, you will take an IB exam. If you score a 5 or higher on this exam, then you earn college credits there also. And lastly, dual credit courses. So dual credit course is a class that you take at Valley High School, where the teacher works for both the high school and for Nevada State College. So you are taking the class and getting your credit in whatever the subject is, English, science, history, whatever, that you need to graduate. But at the same time, it is a college level course. So you're doing college level work. There's no minimum F. It's just like taking a college class. So if you pass the class at the end, you now have a college transcript that has this credit already on it. So you don't have to go to the school, that college, and pay all that money to earn those credits. You did it at Valley and you already got that credit. It will save you a lot of time and money in college later if you decide to go to college. This, because it's a college class, if you fail the class, you will also get a college transcript that has an F on it. So it is a serious commitment that once you sign up, it's for the whole year. And you will have a college transcript at the end with whatever grade you earn, whether that's passing or failing. And those credits can be transferred to other colleges in Nevada as well. But this is a good opportunity to save money in college by earning those credits in high school. You just have to go into it seriously, realizing that it is going to be a college level course with college level work and expectations.
Hi, my name is Miss Ellis. If your last name begins with C or D, I'm your counselor. Today, we're going to talk about credit retrieval options for failed classes. The first option is Edgenuity. This is free. It allows you to work on one class at a time, work at your own pace, work from anywhere, and it allows you to work on AP and honors classes and even get ahead. The next option is Nevada Learning Academy. This costs money. It still allows you to work at your own pace, work anytime, and do AP and honor classes as well. The next option is Summer School. This is $125 a half credit, and locations vary from year to year. The next option is Adult Ed Concurrent, which allows you to remain at Valley full-time and make up missing credits through Adult Ed after school. The other option is Adult Ed full-time. So if you're 18 years or older and are credit deficient, this is probably your best bet in order to meet graduation requirements. The other option is elective credit. You can do Nevada Learning Academy, and they offer a variety of subjects. Again, you're working at your own pace, and this does cost money. The next option is community service. If you do 60 hours of community service, you can earn a half credit, or 120 hours to earn a full credit, with 1 credit max. The next is if you have a job, you can earn credit. 270 hours is worth a half a credit, and 540 is worth a full.
Welcome, incoming freshmen. My name is Ms. Williams. I am the counselor for students with the last name T through Z. I'd like to take a few minutes to share with you some of the exciting subjects we offer at Valley. We have fine arts. We have art, AP studio art, ceramics, and more. Fine arts is the study of making visual works of art. These are one-year courses that teaches and prepares students to become artists and follow the practices that are associated with the making of art. Some subjects will have a 1, 2, or 3 following the subject. That indicates the level of experience. And most freshmen that take or will take level 1 courses. Anything marked AP is what we call advanced placement, and that's usually for our juniors or seniors. Next, we have our performing arts. Performing arts is basically arts or skills that require performance in front of a public audience. This would be your band, orchestra, mariachi, choir, theater, improv, film studies. More than likely, as incoming freshmen, you will participate in the beginning level classes. Intermediate and advanced are for those who have more than 1 year in performing arts. They are all 1-year courses that is guaranteed to give you a well-rounded intro into performing arts. Once again, depending on your level of experience, you will be placed accordingly. Physical education. Let's start with PE1. This first-year course will focus on the development of physically, mentally, emotionally, and socially fit citizens through a variety of physical activities. The second year, PE2, is normally for 10th grade students. Again, it's a 1-year course. It's activity oriented and is designed to provide students with a comprehensive view of a variety of sports and physical activities. There's Army Junior ROTC. There is level 1 through 5 through 4. The U.S. Army Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps helps to prepare high school students to be responsible and productive citizens in an academic program. It's designed to encourage high school students to complete high school and to develop skills and leadership through citizenship and motivation. The level 3 and 4 are basic honors courses, and it's designed to provide the senior level primary cadet leadership opportunities in applying for advanced academics and leadership, basic management skills. We have dance 1 and 2. These are also 1-year courses designed to provide awareness and development and appreciation for dance as an art form. This course offers instruction in ballet, modern jazz, tap, and theatrical dancing, which I do myself sometimes. Just kidding. We have functional fitness. Functional fitness basically is a 1-year course that gives students the opportunity to participate in things like CrossFit for kids. You're basically developing health enhancing level of physical fitness. We also have weight training. Now, weight training unfortunately does not fulfill the PE graduation requirements, and it's also for upper level grade level students, 10 through 12. This course is designed to provide students with a comprehensive view of weight trainings for both general application and athletic competitions. We also have lifetime sports and recreation. This is also a 1-year course. It's designed to, or for students that have successfully completed 2 years of PE, which is your 1 and 2 basically. The course provides students with a comprehensive understanding of lifetime sports and recreational activities. Next, we have our world languages. The MYP Level 1 class in French, Chinese, and Spanish. The course is designed to acquaint students with basic skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing in the target foreign language within a limited scope. The focus is to communicate within the foreign language, to incorporate understanding of cultures, and also provide practice in the correct basics such as vocabulary, language structure. It also enables students to function effectively within a realistic setting. There is a prerequisite to the MYP1 class, which is a B or better in English. The MYP2 is an honors class. This course is designed to develop proficiency in the 4 skills introduced in the target foreign language. which is listening, speaking, reading, and writing. The focus here is to reinforce communication in the foreign language while incorporating further understanding of the cultures. There's also a prerequisite in the level 1 course, which is a C or better. There's also IB, which is the 3 and 4 level courses. These courses are designed to achieve a greater degree of proficiency in the target language. It will further the ability to communicate within an authentic written context and increase the ease of confidence within the student's use of language within the community. Next, Ms. Vargas is going to wow you with our elective classes. Thank you.
Hi there, this is Ms. Vargas taking over now. I do have the students with the last names RE through S. We're going to take a look at some of the electives that require teacher approval. The first one is for juniors and seniors. It's office aid. This is where you would be helping in one of the offices, front office, counseling office, student success office, etc., running passes, filing, just assisting in whatever is needed. There is a grade point average requirement of 2.0 or higher. We also want to make sure that students are responsible when they're out running their tasks. We do look at disciplinary record, and we want to make sure that there are no severe attendance issues. Jobs for America's Graduates, that's JAG. If you are interested for this one, just jot it down on your course selection sheet. There is an interview process for that. You will be getting more information after you express your interest, but there are hours that you have to attend after school and on weekends. You would get more information, like I said, if you express interest for that one. Senior seminar, this is for students that might need a little bit of assistance in their Edgenuity classes, maybe some help with transitioning to after high school. That is something that you are also picked for and looked at individually by counselors or teachers. We do have school-related work experience, which would be working in the cafeteria as a cafeteria aide. You can jot that down, but that does have its own application process that you would have to fill out paperwork in the cafeteria and apply because it is like a real job. So those are things that you would not just get automatically placed into. You would have to have some extra steps, whether it's an application, an interview, or teacher referral. We have leadership classes, student council. They're the ones who run our assemblies and our dances and all of those spirit weeks. We have Link Crew, which assist our incoming freshmen and our freshmen and just kind of mentor them. We have Latinos in Action, and then IB Council. Now, I want to say that a lot of those also require you to do after school and or weekend hours. Okay, so if you want to be in that, just know there is an added commitment. On the other side, where we have other electives, we have AP, computer science principles. This is a class if you are really into computers and you would like to have the extra challenge to learn a lot and receive college credit if you pass the AP exam that's taken every May. We also have publications 1 and 2, which would be working with the yearbook, whether it's the photography, a combination of that, and actually, writing and putting the pages together. You do have to be motivated, and you are expected to perform because we do need people to put that yearbook together. Same goes for journalism. Okay, that's a school newspaper. We want to make sure that you are doing your part and you are committed so that we can have a good publication newspaper for that. If you are in one of our magnet programs, there are electives that are mandatory to take each year. Our hospitality and tourism, our AOHT, as you can see, 9th through 12th grade, there is a succession of classes you must take you will be automatically scheduled for those as long as you're in the program. The same goes for MSTEM. You'll start 9th and 10th grade with cybersecurity, and you'll be taking ROTC as your PE. 11th and 12th grade, you continue on with those MSTEM mandatory electives. IB as well. You have in 9th grade, you'll take your health requirement, which is necessary for graduation, and you will flip with humanities at semester. It also requires a foreign language your freshman year. 10th grade, you will continue on with that foreign language. 11th grade and 12th grade, depending on where you are with the foreign language and testing out of it, you will continue on with that, and you'll be able to choose in 11th grade from some of those IB electives. In 12th grade, continue on with foreign language, possibly, and take that theory of knowledge elective that is mandatory for IB students. That does conclude all of our electives. We have a list of links. You should have been using this all along, all year, but just for your convenience, we did include it again here. Resources and links. Clever. This is the access to all of your platforms that you need in school, such as Canvas, Infinite Campus, your Gmail. My account is where you would reset your password if that's having any issues. We have the Valley homepage, which is full of information, including the Valley High School catalog. That catalog does give descriptions to all of our classes that we offer at Valley High School. NCAA Eligibility Center. This is for those student athletes who are college bound and would like to play sports in college. There are things that you need to do for that. Then register my athlete. That is a part of that NCAA process.
Okay, Vikings, it's Miss Gentry again. So that's it. That's the rest of our course selection video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you felt it was informative. It is going to be a resource for you, not only this video, but also the presentation that went along with the video. Okay, that's going to be a resource for you. You're going to be able to find it on your Canvas dashboard under Junior Counselors. If you're a sophomore, you're going to be able to find it under Sophomore Counselors. If you're a freshman, you're going to be able to find it under Freshman Counselors. And then, of course, we'll have a code. If you're incoming 9th graders, you're in 8th grade right now. We don't have a dashboard for you yet, but we will, okay? We're also working with your English teachers, so they're gonna have access to this video, to this presentation slideshow, and then of course, they're the ones that are gonna help us pass out the Google course requests form code so you know what to fill out. And you're gonna do this hopefully this week for juniors, next week for sophomores. The week after that's going to be freshmen, and then the 8th graders are the week before we go on spring break. Okay. Don't forget to use your school Gmail. If you try to use your personal email, it won't allow you to. So make sure you use your school email. You can only fill it out once. So really think about your elective choices, your choices that you make. You can only fill it out once. If you do change your mind, you're going to have to email your counselor, and we already told you how you can contact us. You'll have to email your counselor before the end of the school year if there's any changes, and that is after you submit your requests, okay? So, all right, I hope that's it. I hope everyone is well, and Gentry signing off.